What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Better Stretching, the class. I am your instructor, Joe, and I'm going to help you move better so you can feel better. Today's routine is called the upper back tension relieving routine, and it is awesome. So if you've been sitting around and you're hunched over all the time and your upper back is super tense, this is going to be perfect for you. If you have serious injuries and you have serious pain in your upper back, make sure you see a medical professional first, but if you're feeling just a little tight, then this is gonna be perfect for you. So we will get it started with a little bit of that self-massage. We're gonna hit up the foam roller, we're gonna use the ball, and just get things a little bit loosened up before we get into our stretches. So let's start off with our foam roller, and we're gonna work on that mid-back, upper back, and we're gonna do some arching over the foam roller. So let's lay on our back, bend our legs, and we're just going to start off with just rolling up and down, just a nice sweep up and down. I like to place my hands behind my head and then just rocking back and forth. I'm stopping about belly button level, and this for me always feels awesome. We can do a little bit of that side of the back, so lean over to one side and repeat. Getting in those spots between the shoulder blades. Whew. Switch sides. Maybe a couple up and downs. Awesome. So now I'm just gonna reposition. I'm messing up my mat. And let's place that foam roller right on that mid back. Hands back in that position. Keep the chin tucked, and we're going to arch over the foam roller. So here, chin tucked, like you have a double chin, and then just a little bit of arching over. Maybe a couple reps here. Can roll up a little bit, work on that upper back. I'll get all those pops and crackles out of your body. Maybe find another spot a little bit lower. Let's do one more. Awesome. Now let's get into the lats. So the lats are right over here, at least the upper portion. And then I like to do palm up and then just roll into the armpit and the side of the body. This one feels amazing. Roll all the way down, all the way up. Cool. Let's switch sides. What is going on? All right, that's better. And let's do the other side. And this is just gonna help kind of give you some range of motion, increased range of motion before we get into the stretching. All right, let's do a couple more. I'm just using my legs to drive the motion. Oh. Okay, cool. Now my back is feeling pretty good, but I wanna hit the pecs too. So I'm just gonna grab, I have a little silicone ball that's trying to get away from me. And I'm just gonna roll out the pecs just a little bit, right in the front in this area. So I'm just gonna take my ball, place it right here, place my palm right on top of it. Just use the other hand and just put a little bit of pressure in here. You don't have to go too deep, just trying to get a little bit of massage in here. Pecs can get super tight, especially if you're sitting a lot or you're just hunched over a lot. So I always like to just work a little bit into the pecs, kind of close to the collarbone, but not on the collarbone. Cool, let's switch sides. Keep hitting my mic. Hopefully you guys don't feel the effects of that in your speakers. All right, this is gonna be pretty intense, so start off pretty light, and then you can go a little bit deeper in. I know my clients in real life, they don't like this one. Okay, cool. So that's good for the self-massage stuff, but let's get into the mobility exercises and stretches. We're gonna start off with the pecs. You might be wondering, well, we're working the back, right? Why are we working the front side of the body? Again, if we're sitting down a lot and we're at the desk and we're like this all the time, the front side needs to get opened up a little bit. It'll take a lot of the tension off of the back. So we're gonna hit up a half kneeling pec stretch. You can do this standing too if you're at home, and you can do this in a doorway, and that's what I actually prefer, but I'm gonna do it right on the wall. Elbow about shoulder level, then chest back, or chest out, shoulders pulled back. And then just lean forward a little bit. You can lean forward and away, and we're gonna get a great stretch on the pec. So it'll kind of look like this, and you shift forward. This arm comes back. Great stretch on the pec. And what I've been doing recently is concentrating on my breathing during this. So instead of doing a set amount of time, I'm doing breaths. So let's just shoot for 10 breaths here. Go at your own pace. I don't want you to go like that. I want you kind of ease into it, all right? And then we can do the other side. So let's hold this position in 10 breaths. Good, 3. Good, 4. 5. Good, 6. Good, 7. Good, 8. 9. And 10. Let's switch sides. If your arm starts to get a little tingly or numb, just come out of the stretch. That's a pretty big complaint. Just come off of that stretch. You should get sensation back and then go back to the stretch. So let's do it on this side. Good positions here, then shift forward. And again, let's work on the breathing aspect. So 10 breaths. Good, 2. And 3. Good, 4. Good, 5. Good, 6. 7. Good, 8. Good, 9. And 10. So 10 breaths working on opening up the pecs. If you're at home, you can put a timer for 30 seconds, 45 seconds to a minute. But for today, let's work on the breathing. And now we opened up the pecs. Let's get that spine moving. We're gonna do the cat-cow, but we're going to isolate and concentrate on that mid back and that upper back. So cat-cow usually looks like this, and this is gonna be a great regression if your knees are bothering you. You know, this is the cat-cow, just like that. T-spine cat-cow is just shifting your heels or your butt back towards your heels. And now we're just moving in that same position. When we sit our hips back to our heels, it helps us lock out the low back, so we won't get as much movement in the low back, and it really isolates that upper back and that mid back, the one we're trying to target. If you struggle with bending your knees like this and it just puts too much tension here, maybe you can grab your foam roller, and that will take a little bit of pressure off of the knees. You can put a pillow or rolled up towel. And if your knees are just like, I don't like this, go into your cat-cow and then just concentrate on that upper back. So let's get to it. You can move your head or you don't have to. Sometimes moving the neck will help you just kind of facilitate the movement, but you could also just do one of these. Okay, I'll just move my neck a little bit. I'll look up a little bit, look down a little bit, and we'll shoot for 10 reps, okay? Good. Let's round out. Good. Good, 1. Good, 2. Good, 3. Good, 4. 5. Good, 6. 7. Good, 8. 9. And 10. 10 reps of that T-spine cat-cow isolating that mid to upper back. Now let's get into a T-spine extension. So we were moving in both directions on that one, but now we're just gonna work on the extension. And I'm gonna use my couch. If you're at home, you can use a workout bench. If you have a workout bench, you can use your bed, depending on the height. And if you don't have a couch or something you can put your elbows on, you can just put your arms out and use the wall. So I'll show you a couple different variations. So I'm gonna pull out this PVC pipe. You don't need it if you don't have one, but for me, it gives me a good place to put my hands. So elbows onto the couch, knees under the hips, and then all we're going to do is drop our hips back, bicep curl, and drop our chest to the ground. In this position, we're working again that T-spine, that mid back, upper back. We're working into the side of our body here, the lats, and then we also get into the triceps too. So this is a great stretch and mobility exercise. If you do not have access to something you can put your elbows on, place your hands here, just like that, but you can do that up on the wall. I'm not gonna show you because that view is probably not gonna be the best. So let's get started. I'm going to use the PVC pipe. If you're at home, you can use a broom. And again, if you don't have it, you can do one of these, just like that. And let's shoot for 10 reps. The further your knees go out, the harder it's going to be. And here we go. Good, 1. Good, 2. Good, 3. Good, 4. And 5. Good, 6. 7. Good, 8. 9. And 10. 10 reps on that T-spine extension on the couch. And let's finish it up with just a nice little neck stretch, working the traps, that upper part of your back. And what we're going to do is place one hand behind our back, pull that shoulder down and back. So try to get as much space from your ear to your shoulder. Take your opposite hand, place it on the other side of your head, and then gently pull. So you should feel a good stretch running all the way down here. Be very gentle here. The neck is very sensitive. Don't go jamming on your neck. So we'll do the same thing. We'll work on the breathing. We'll do 10 breaths for this. So let's get into a good position and then ease into it. Good, 1. Good, 2. Three. You can increase the stretch if you're feeling a little bit better. Good, 4. Good, 5. Good, 6. 7. Good, 8. 9. And 10. 10. Ooh, a little tighter than I thought I was gonna be. Then you can close your eyes while you're breathing and pretend you're somewhere nice instead of your living room. All right, here we go. Let's do the other side. Pull that shoulder down and back. Boom. Arm to this side, and then gently pull. Good. And let's take those big breaths in. Good, 1. Good, 2. 3. Good, 4. Good, 5. And 6. 7. Good, 8. 9, last one. And 10. 10 breaths on that trap neck stretch. Awesome. So let's finish it up with a strengthener. So we did some rolling on our back, on our chest. It works really good. It feels really good. Did some stretches, feels even better. And now let's run through something to just kind of reinforce these positions, our new range of motion. We can get some good strength in our shoulders and our mid-back to make it easier for our shoulders and mid-back to stay in this position. We're gonna do something called shoulder lift-offs, and I'll show you different variations, one that's maybe a little bit harder and then ones that is easier. So we're going to be on our belly, and I'm just gonna use this pad to place my forehead on. Usually I'll have a towel or something when I'm working with clients, so just something to support your forehead. And then in this position, I'm just putting my legs up because I don't have that much space in my apartment. So forehead down, arms out in front, and they're in a Y position, okay? I'll show it to you sitting up too. And then from here, we're going to do arms straight up. And that's working the muscles of the back, the shoulders, and it's really good. So I'm gonna show it to you on the wall too. So if you struggle with this variation, you can do it on the wall, especially for the people who struggle to get their arms overhead. So get pretty close. Forearms on the wall, you'll get into this position and then lift off as much as you can. It'll probably be a little bit easier if you go more in the Y position. If you want to make it a little bit tougher, you can go a little bit closer in. So that's a great variation if you're just working on getting your arms overhead. But if getting your arms overhead isn't too big of a problem, let's do the one where you're face down and working through that position. 10 reps. Let's do it. And try to concentrate on not using your low back. Don't arch from your low back. Keep everything nice and tight. Just moving from your shoulders. And let's do 10 reps. Good, 1. Go as high as you can. Good, 2. You might feel it burn a little bit. Good, 3, then that's fine. Good, 4, if it hurts, there's pain, let's back off. Good, 5. Good, 6. 7. Good, 8. 9. And 10. Woo! Feel the burn. So that is shoulder lift-offs on the ground, prone. You can also do it up against the wall, and that's it. We did a little bit of everything, and I don't know about you, but my back feels amazing. So make sure you guys give that a try. And if you like this video, make sure you do all the good stuff like subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below if you liked it, and I will see you guys next time.